What does death row look like around the world? Behind high walls and locked doors, thousands of prisoners await the most chilling punishment known to mankind, the death penalty. From America's infamous death chambers to Saudi Arabia's public beheadings, let's step inside the world's darkest waiting rooms for the condemned. In the United States, death row is a waiting game that can last decades. Inmates are locked in small cells, sometimes 23 hours a day, with appeals dragging on for 10, 20, even 30 years. The methods, lethal injection is most common, but some states still allow the firing squad, the electric chair, and even the gas chamber. Imagine waking up every morning not knowing if this year will be your last. In Saudi Arabia, there is no quiet cell, no hidden chamber. Justice is swift and brutal. Death row prisoners are often executed in public, most commonly by beheading with a sword. Sometimes entire crowds gather in city squares to witness it. For the condemned, their final walk isn't down a prison hallway. It's into the open streets. Japan's death row is a nightmare of silence. Prisoners live in isolation, never told the exact day of their execution. Guards come for them in the morning without warning, and within hours they're gone, hang behind closed doors. Families are only informed after the execution has already happened. Every knock on the cell door could be the last. In Iran, executions often take place in public squares, using cranes as gallows. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, can witness a single hanging. Death row prisoners in Iran face long interrogations, harsh prison conditions, and, in many cases, charges tied to political dissent. For some, the end comes not in secrecy, but in front of the entire nation. And then there's North Korea, perhaps the most secretive of all. Official images are almost non-existent, but survivors describe terrifying methods, execution by firing squad, or even anti-aircraft guns for shock and intimidation. Families are often forced to watch. For prisoners here, there is no appeals process, no countdown, only fear. China, death bans and hidden executions. Death row in China is like a shadow you can't escape. Unlike most countries, executions here don't always happen in prisons or courtyards. China is known for its death vans, dark vehicles disguised as ordinary police transport, but inside, they're built for one thing only: carrying out executions. Prisoners are strapped down, and within minutes, a lethal injection ends their life, the shocking part. These vans can pull up anywhere: a courthouse, a detention center, even a back alley. China keeps its numbers secret, but experts believe it executes more people each year than the rest of the world combined. Families often don't even know when their loved ones are gone until it's already over. In China, death row isn't just a cell. It's a moving vehicle, and it could roll up at any moment. From silent cells to public squares, death row looks very different depending on where you are in the world. But one thing is always the same. For those condemned, the final walk is the heaviest step of all.